Happy morning, children. Welcome to online class. Today I take the topic Unit 1 Type of Inertia and Linear Momentum. Inertia, three types: inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. First of all, types of inertia. First, inertia of rest. The resistance of a body to change its state of rest is called inertia of rest. Example, when you vigorously shake the branches of tree, some of the leaves and fruits are detached and they fall down. Second, inertia of motion. The resistance of a body to change its state of motion is called inertia of motion. Example, an athlete runs some distance before jumping because they will help him jump longer and higher. And third one, inertia of direction. The resistance of a body to change its direction of motion is called inertia of direction. Example, when you make a sharp turn while driving a car, you tend to lean sideways. Next one, linear momentum. The impact of a force is more if the velocity and the mass of the body is more. To quantify the impact of the force exactly, a new physical quantity known as linear momentum is defined. The linear momentum measures the impact of a force on a body. The product of mass and velocity of a moving body gives the magnitude of linear momentum. It acts in the direction of the velocity of the object. Linear momentum is a vector quantity. Linear momentum is equal to mass into velocity, P equal to mv. It helps to measure the magnitude of a force. Unit of momentum in SI system is kg/ms power -1 and in CGS system its unit is g/cm/s power -1. Next one, force. Normally force means push or pull. Force is an external effort in the form of push or pull which produces or tries to produce the motions of static body, stops or tries to stop a moving body, changes or tries to change the direction of motions of a moving body. That is force. Force has both magnitude and direction, so it is a vector quantity. Next one, Newton's first law of motion. This law states that every body continues to be in its state of rest or the state of uniform motion along a straight line unless it is acted upon by some external force. It gives the definition of force as well as inertia. Next, types of forces. Based on the direction in which the forces act, they can be classified in two types as like parallel forces and unlike parallel forces. Like parallel forces, two or more forces of equal or unequal magnitude acting along the same direction parallel to each other are called like parallel forces. Unlike parallel forces, if two or more equal force or unequal forces act along opposite direction parallel to each other, then they are called unlike parallel forces. Actions of the forces are given in the table. Actions of forces. Parallel force are acting in the same direction. Resultant force, net force equal to F1 plus F2. Parallel unequal force are acting in opposite direction. Net force equal to F1 minus F2, F1 greater than F2. Net force equal to F2 minus F1, F2 greater than F1. Parallel equal force are acting in opposite direction in the same line of action. F1 equal to F2. So net force equal to F1 minus F2. Net force equal to 0. Next one, resultant force. When several forces acting simultaneously on the same body, then the combined effect of the multiple forces can be represented by a single force which is termed as resultant force. It is equal to the vector sum, adding the magnitude of the forces with the direction of all the forces. If the resultant force of all the forces acting on a body is equal to 0, then the body will be in equilibrium. Such forces are called balanced forces. If the resultant force is not equal to 0, then it is causes the motions of the body due to unbalanced forces. Example, drawing water from a well, force applied with a crowbar, forces on the weight balance, etc. Thank you, my dear children.